We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington football team. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself the best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle is going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
For the first time with Kareem Hunt. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run for the first time with Jerick McKinnon. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Dobbins. He's going to have the first down past the 20. Yeah, they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll run here with Dobbins. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on next-gen stats. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Luton. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Andy Janovich. His 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. He's brought down by the success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
It's caught right side, it turns. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. His throw incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time, but it'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide. Tua to try again on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty is going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. On the counter, Hunt, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Chris Jones on the stop. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Tua. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Chandler Jones in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
A 47-yard attempt.
And Lutz puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Now Dobbins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Luton.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, that one fell incomplete after being tipped in the air. But I have to tell you, I had a bad flashback of going to head to the stadium stairs in practice. Because what we were always taught, any ball like that, if it's not spiked towards the ground and you actually tip it up, then that's an error on your part. Because now you've given hope to the offense. Maybe help create a big play for them instead of going up and either intercepting it or knocking it down. I ran many a stadium step for my errors.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for Janovich. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
To throw is Luton. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. He may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. It's 3rd down. 2 to throw again. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, that puts them in that position.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll run. It's Dobbins. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Marcus Davenport there to take him down. For Ron Rivera, the head coach of Washington, can't help but think about all the great years he had as the head coach of these Carolina Panthers. He was the head man from 2011 to 2019, and his best year, no doubt, 2015. That's when the Panthers went 15-1, 2 playoff wins as well, before ultimately falling to Denver in Super Bowl 50. Throwing is Luton. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Returnable here from the 38. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field with this shot.
Poor punter
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Tua wants to throw it on second down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 6-yard line.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Looking to pass. Tua. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. He was trying to get it to Jerick McKinnon there. And it's 3rd and short. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Tua, a final shot before half. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler Jalen Ramsey. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
And it's 21-3. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Tua going to throw. And his throw is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Second and a yard at the 45-yard line.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tartt. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. The big fella. Touchdown, Washington. Jimmy Graham. His third touchdown now on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done. It's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a second and goal. Off a play action, Tagovailoa. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They're going play action with Luton. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Play fake, and here's Luton. Got a man, Slayton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, second and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Second and 11 now. Here's Luton to throw. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
He'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Panthers will get the football back. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
This is Hunt. And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 35. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 2nd down, it's Hunt. About 3 yards there to the 27. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he's got it to Hearns. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for him, too.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The All-Pro corner, Tre'Davious White, picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
Luton going to pass it out of the shotgun. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it's a 2nd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Down and 4.
Luton here off of play action. It's caught outright by Graham. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now a carry for Dobbins. And some room to work. And all the way down to the 35. Big yardage that time for Washington. 41 yards. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw.
And that is caught. Touchdown. Washington. Marquise Goodwin with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations. There'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
3-yard line.
Man open, it's Goodwin. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
36-yard line.
From the gun is Luton. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here's a give to Dobbins.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw is Luton.
Goodwin able to haul it in. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team
and my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. Throw guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for Kyle Rudolph. Incomplete. Brings up second and 10 at the 20.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. From the gun, it's Tua. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Forced out to it, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it. They run for it with Hunt. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on fourth down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Washington, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll try to make amends.